On behalf of the International Low Carbon Leadership Organization, the Climate Group, organizers of Climate Week NYC, I'd like to welcome you to the opening ceremony of Climate Week NYC 2013. I'm meteorologist Stephanie Abrams, and I am honored to be representing the Weather Channel, the summit's official media partner. 2013 marks the 5th anniversary of Climate Week NYC. What is the traditional 5th anniversary gift? Does anyone know? I'm trying to think off the top of my head, right? I don't know. Of Climate Week, which has become a milestone in New York's calendar and one of the top global forums for the world's leaders to discuss the opportunity in the low-carbon economy. Now, this week of events would not be possible without the support of Swiss Re, its founding sponsor, HP and Solar City, the lead sponsors, and supporters New York City, NASDAQ, the National Grid, the UN Foundation, and the UN Environment Program. The Climate Group would also like to thank its strategic partners, Philips, IKEA, Suzlon, the Dutch Postcode Lottery, Prince Albert II of Monaco Foundation, Tellus Matter, the government of Quebec and Zenstrom Philanthropies, and campaign supporters, the World Bank, the UN Global Compact, I should say, and CDP. So we have, as you can see, an extremely distinguished group of speakers joining us today. And if you would like to tweet, for all, I see a lot of phones out there, please, they want to use the hashtag CWNYC. So there you go, for everyone that's a tweeter. I think that's the proper terminology. And now to launch Climate Week NYC 2013, please welcome the CEO of Climate Group, Mark Kenber.
Thank you, Stephanie. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure to be here, and it's a great pleasure to welcome you all to Climate Week NYC, which, as Stephanie said, is celebrating its 5th anniversary this year. It started as a one-off, but it's been popular, and it's got bigger and better, and I think, as you'll see, more people than ever seeing it as a critical event in the international climate calendar. And this year is perhaps more critical than ever before. As many of you will know, back in May, carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere topped 400 parts per million for the first time in human history. It's taken us just 200 years to get carbon dioxide levels back to where they were last 5 million years ago. And around the world, we're already feeling the consequences. Here in the US, people's lives and livelihoods are being disrupted by extreme weather. The devastating floods in Colorado, as some of the participants in our roundtable this morning evidenced themselves, are a 1-in-1,000-year event. Yet at the same time, 60% of the country is gripped in a severe drought. Closer to here, Hurricane Sandy, as you know, caused an estimated $70 billion worth of damage. But the human cost was even greater, and 1 year later on, communities are still rebuilding. But this week could also mark a turning point. On Friday, the first installment of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change's 5th assessment report will be released. And this will be the most authoritative consensus on the science of climate change to date. It's expected to say, and we kind of know because a lot of us have seen it already, that it's 95% certain that man-made climate change is happening. The report will also explain the anomaly that has been seized on by some of those who would like to stop us taking action on climate change as to why the warming hasn't been as quick as people would have expected. And more worryingly, why, when the anomaly corrects itself, as it certainly will, the heating will speed up even more quickly. 95% certain. Just think, if you were told there was a 95% chance you were about to have a heart attack, you wouldn't ignore it. You wouldn't debate the risk. Are we sure? You'd do something about it. And the underlying message of the IPCC report that's about to come out is clear. It says the science is clear. It's time to act. It's time to do something about it. It's not about politics of division. It's about the world we'll hand to future generations. Which is why this coalition of leaders here on the stage and in the front rows, and in fact, all of you are here to talk about how we take action on climate change. Now, it's about moving on beyond debate and division. It's about leading and driving innovation, building a strong, low-carbon economy. And strong and low-carbon economy go together hand in hand. Why? Well, a low-carbon economy means affordable energy for all. The US Department of Energy estimates that solar costs will fall by another 75% by 2020. They've already fallen by 80% in the last 5 years. And in many parts of the world, solar and wind are already cheaper than energy from fossil fuels. A low-carbon economy means growth and jobs. Research shows that investment in clean tech could add $3 trillion to America's GDP. That's a could, but already in Iowa, for example, wind energy has created thousands of jobs and attracted $10 billion in investment. With the result, the unemployment rate and electricity prices are now lower in that state than the national average. And a low-carbon economy means investment in innovation, innovation that will drive future prosperity. For example, our partner Philips' investment in LEDs over many decades is paying off right now. In 2012, lighting grew to contribute a third of Philips' revenue, and sales are up 40% just in the first quarter alone. In electric vehicles, Tesla's electric Model S was voted 2013 Car of the Year. Not Electric Car of the Year or Specialist Car of the Year, but Car of the Year. And our Climate Week sponsor, HP, is today announcing a major commitment to cut emissions across its supply chain. Why? Because it drives innovation and it drives value growth. The seeds of a clean revolution are clearly taking root. And it will happen, but we need to catalyze that change faster and at a global scale. The time has come for business leaders and political leaders to stand and deliver, or perhaps make way for those who are prepared to build the future that we need. And as the Climate Group prepares to celebrate its 10th anniversary next year, we will convene and inspire leaders to take up this challenge and to succeed, what we've always done best. Together we can and we will drive the clean revolution forward. As the IPCC will say, it's time to act and it's time to lead, not to debate further. Thank you very much.